Good evening and welcome everyone again. It's 2024. You're back at Asrnz, and what are you back here for? It's the GT3s. It's Asrnz first season for 2024. First race, albeit Shakedown, for 2024 officially. So big things coming obviously throughout the year, but we're going to kick it off here tonight with the Shakedown at the Redbull ring with J-Man and Davo. How you doing, my friend? You're back again, of course.
Yeah, mate, we're back to this double duties during the week, mate. Loving it. Obviously, getting through the formality side of the start of the season with our good friends here at Asrnz with the obviously the official photo shoot and mandatory skids post photo shoot, which I'm sure the viewers will get to see a snippet, some sort of fancy sparkles and stuff later on in the season.
I'm sure.
Proudly bought by Piposa Productions and Matchfit. I think that's always something to look forward to. But Davo, tonight, what's on the cards for tonight? Obviously, as you mentioned, Redbull ring. Shakedown.
Redbull ring Shakedown. So yeah, just it's a little bit of fun and a little bit of testing, sort of all mixed into one. Obviously stress testing servers. We're checking skin packs. Hence our little photo shoot earlier, like that you will see in the future. But it also gets the boys out up to speed and just a little bit of fun. So no points, but tonight's proceedings, I believe, is based on the new triple sprint or the super sprint format.
Yeah,
that has come in this year. So they're triple race night, but tonight, obviously, because we had a little bit of a muck around with the photo shoot, I think we only run 2 races.
Looking forward to this new format, Davo. As you mentioned, a lot of new changes here.
Yeah, a lot of new changes. So, yep. So, J-Man, we got compulsory pit stops too tonight, albeit short races. These boys still got to jump in and do either a tyre or fuel or both stop. Basically, J-Man, is that correct?
Yeah, it is, mate, and it's fixed on the fuel. So the fuel time is 25 seconds, and if you decide not to grab fuel, it's obviously only a short race, and you decide you want to do a tyre one instead, there's a 5-second difference. Is it worth it? Is it worth just doing the fuel, the fixed time fuel, and just going down that road, or is it better to have a fresh set of rubber? We know these are an enduro tyre, but look, that initial edge might be something at the back end if the guys decide to go that way. So I couldn't imagine someone will do both, David.
Yeah, too true.
But no, I'm really looking forward to that. A few different changes, which we'll probably get a little bit more into as the series officially unfolds. But certainly the admin team here at Asrnz have been working very, very hard in the off season to really bring a good show this year with the GT3 racing that we're just embarking on. And some of them, some of the rules and regulations remain and some changes. And I like what I heard personally. And one of the key things probably to touch on straight away, Davo, is as per usual, the rule around not escaping during a qualification session has remained. So the guys, if they want to make some changes to their vehicles, they do have to drive that car back to at least the pit lane to across the blend line, and then they can escape.
Yeah, standard procedure here at ASR, J-Man, but nonetheless, the race formats have changed for this year. And we'll delve into that in a little bit more detail, if not tonight, throughout the series. Obviously, we'll be kicking things off next week with a super sprint round as well. But tonight we're here at Redbull ring, J-Man. So
yeah, quali well underway now. So there's only just over 4 minutes to go. Quick shout out to a number of newcomers here, a couple of guys that we're familiar with, obviously, in tennis, Venter and Steve Crossland, our good friends from over at Rainlight Racing, and also Zach Hickford. I want to mention Sean Hunter, Scotty Rivers, just to name a few. And I think there was Darren Green is also another name that I've seen pop up as well. So big warm welcome to everybody that decided to come over and have a squirt over here on a Thursday night. I'm sure you will bring something special to the racing here. So who have you got us focused on at the moment,
Absolutely.
Davo? Where are we looking?
No one at the moment. I'm just
No?
just checking out the Grove course, actually, just flicking through some
Yeah, good
skins,
looking car.
just seeing who we've got on and who we haven't. We will focus on just quickly though. Stu Arrowsmith, I think, is in one of the Lexi tonight. On the top of the leaderboard provisionally.
Yeah,
For pole position. So
part of this very, very strong, as we've seen historically, this 777 racing outfit. They do represent very, very well when they turn up. Steve Croston in there in P2 at the moment. Also, Davo got a couple of few tenths up his sleeve, as is Shane Fodderdo.
yeah, Fodderdo, one of the
OES
boys. So as he just pops himself actually into first there, J-Man, provisional first. You mentioned Crossy, one of the Rainlight boys, and we've also got Aaron Enright in tonight. Like you mentioned earlier, J-Man.
Yeah, relocated on a new chassis as well.
Yep.
Big changes. We'll go into a little bit more detail and maybe profile a few of these guys throughout the season. But yeah, Aaron, good to see Aaron back.
Definitely in that Nespresso McLaren, J-Man. Steve Belling, I think we had the cameras on earlier in one of the Match Fit sponsored cars.
Yeah.
That's a bloody good looking car, isn't it, J-Man?
Look at a couple of great looking characters on there
that,
too, mate, that they're representing. So go the 713 car, and we've also got our fellow co-commentator who does cameo performances these days, and Farmer out there rocking one of those paint schemes as well. So
absolutely.
Respect for those guys to put our ugly mugs out there. So
yeah, geez, didn't we have to pay for that? But also John McDonald, not in a breakfast crew themed car.
He's got the Warbird out.
He's got the old Warbird out. Fantastic looking car. That
is a mirror image of his real life racing car, I believe. So cool to see that going on. And also on real life themes, the Martin's plastering. I happen to do business with this guy in the real world as well, and I can tell you very much that that Ferrari of his looks very much like the side of his Colorado or his IAS vans, other than the fact that they are nowhere near as fast as the car he's in right now. So great work on the paint schemes this year. What do we got? We got Jordan Moss made it to the top end of town there, Dave.
With a, what is that, a 28.52 there, J-Man.
Yep.
Not too shabby if you can get it in a Kentucky Fried Panda car.
This year. About to post a pretty stout time.
Yeah, definitely. And Jordan Moss back in the Porsche again for this season, J-Man.
Yeah, good to see that. Good to see the bugs out there. We all, you and I especially like our V-dubs. So great
bit
to
of a
see
fan.
them represent.
Yep.
I tell you what, this leaderboard is hot at the moment. There's a lot of green deltas on my data at the moment. So
and not a lot of time to go, mind you.
Oh no, we've had Rusty Shackelford is out for the night, brake failure. Okay, so he's going to have a bit of a get on the tools and see if he can get this thing out for race 2. Best of luck to you, Rusty.
Oh, geez, that's tough. Hardware failure. Ouch.
Okay, so just looking there, Shane Fodderdo got a pretty healthy looking
Delta.
Delta.
Look at this. What's this? Bam, there you go, J-Man. 28.335.
Yep, Mitchie up into P3 also on a 28.6. Who's got what? Brad Robinson, Steve Melling looking to improve this lap. This is times running down, so those out there on a lap at the moment, this will be the last one they got. Plenty of guys already decided to call it and come in, so we will give you that updated list shortly. Aaron Enright looking to improve. He's just putting a move. It's just going to cost him there.
That's not going to work. So you can pretty well call it there, J-Man.
I would think so. Well, Steve Melling on a slight improve as he comes out the final corner. What's it going to do for him? I tell you what, if he keeps his 10th, he'll move up a spot, and he does. He pips 2 spots. He actually got Damien Jones and Vaughan Martin late in the piece there
Put the
to get him
car in the
home in
top 10.
P8.
Very nice from Steve there. Right at the last second again, J-Man.
Yep.
So, yeah, nice work from the boys there. Shane Frutado taking out pole position there. Jordan Moss not too far behind. J-Man, Mitch Campbell on the second row with Stu Arrowsmith. Dinnitz Benter, newcomer, but no stranger to this type of stuff. With his teammates, actually, mind you, Steve Crossland rounding out the third row. Steve Melling and Vaughan Martin on the fourth, and Damien Jones, is it? And Kenny Simpson. A couple of Datsons there.
Yeah, a couple of Dattos there, mate. So good to see. So obviously, Jarkus just hanging on to the 10th spot there. Kenny Simpson doing a great job. Did hear a little bit of chat during the week saying that Kenny had really come to life with that GTR. We know he's got a bit of a history with that car. He's always loved it. Obviously, with this new BOP, they've played it back in, which is really cool to see this mixed bag of cars out here, Davo.
Yeah, good spread of manufacturers, J-Man. We actually were obviously watching pre-race practice earlier, and both noticed the good spread of cars. You know, it really does make for some good racing.
Yeah, so that is qualifying over. We see the cars all make their way to the grid. They will do a full formation lap here tonight, and then obviously come around the final corner, and should we all go into turn one. So really impressed with the skins that we're seeing, the paintwork out there this season, as we typically are, Davo, but this season just definitely I think the likes of the McDonald Warbird and I think Mitchie Campbell, you mentioned earlier, I do have a bit of a soft spot for that.
Pretty looking car.
It's very nice.
But, look, and also a lot of skins. Like, we nearly got as many skin submissions as we did
entries
for the championship. I think it was only like maybe 2 out from between the numbers. So, very good. Everybody keen as, to get something colourful out there. Obviously, grid looks fantastic, J-Man. Here we've got, I think, 23, is it?
Yeah, we've got Rusty out with brake failure. Otherwise, we would have had 24 on the grid. So, great representation for the Shakedown night here to kick this thing off. And we got 7 live watching, and really appreciate the support with these streams, guys. Matchfit only functions by the support of you guys watching these streams and commenting and subscribing, so we really appreciate it. Give us a thumbs up. Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed, click the button and jump on board and support this awesome racing that we're about to watch. So
definitely guys, like, subscribe, turn on your notifications.
So
the boys are rolling away now.
So we go OES, and then we go the Ling Ling 777 car, and then we're back to OES, and then back to 777. So basically 777 and OES do hold down the front 2 rows, and then row 3 we have got a Rainlight Racing lockout for row 3, and then we have got a Breakfast Crew match fit, followed by a 777, and then the independent 227 of Damien Jones with Vaughan Martin there rounding out the 10. So really mixed bag on the quali. I think for me, watch for Mitchie Campbell off the start of this race. He'll look to be aggressive and assertive on that Porsche to try and go with his teammate out of turn 1.
Yeah.
So
Yes, and Mitch with quite a few laps under this new Redbull ring, which in ACC land hasn't been around for very long. So, yeah, seen him in practice a little bit. So, yeah, definitely watch that space, Joe, man. I tend to agree. Stu Arrowsmith, another contender to keep an eye on. Definitely no slouch. Turned up at the end of last year, J-Man at Asrnz, and definitely showed some form. So yeah, I'd be watching out for that car, I think, too, as well. Like you said, Tinnis Venter and Steve Crossland with a bit of a lockout and row 3 there. But yeah, plenty to come here. Good field, 23 cars on track.
Yeah, as they just start forming into that dual formation side by side as they head down the hill for the final 2 corners, just get themselves organised. I see race admin has asked for a couple of car lengths between each this season on this formation, so it sort of gives you that that spatial distance off the start line.
Yep.
Keeps everything really civil. So we'll see how this plays out.
Yes, the boys just start to line up here, J-Man. We will go green pretty quickly here. It's going to be a hectic run to T1 here. It's not the nicest of corners. Think Monza turn 1. Watch them as they go green here, J-Man, for the shakedown.
Green light, go, go, go.
They get away, and as mentioned, Mitchie looking to crowd the Lingland car down to turn 1, but gets out of it.
Yeah, I think that's Tinnis Venter actually up on.
Yeah.
Giving him a little bit of a shake-up as well, and Stu Arrowsmith. But they just stayed line astern, J-Man, there.
Hey, look, everything looked to be relatively clean through turn 1.
That was very tidy. Aaron Enright looks like he might have just snuck past Crossy. We got
Gordon Martin looking for a long way around.
Very speedy on the outside of Crossy and around the outside, J-Man. What a killer move.
Yeah, it was a pretty slick move around the outside. Big under brakes down to turn 2.
Had a bit of space on the outside as the field bunched. We watched the Warbird up in behind Damien Jones in one of the Dados there, J-Man, just tucked in behind Steve Melling in the match fit car.
Yeah, and then he's got Kenny Simpson and that GDR, 68 GDR, just tucked in behind the Warbird there. So, yeah, look, status quo at the front. Shane Fodderdo getting a good start. Jordan Moss really got that wrong coming down through that left-right combination down the bottom of the hill.
Yeah, and he's given the position up to Mitch Campbell there, J-Man, and now under pressure from Arrowsmith immediately, as you would expect. Oh, and into the pits. Just ducks off there. That would have been Tinnis.
This is Tinnis Venter, so this is a strategic play. You got to remember that there was no time window on the pit window opening, so he's looking to probably go and get out of traffic, do his fuel. I would think the less of the two evils as far as the time constraint. 30 seconds for tyres or 25 for fuel. He'll do a fuel stop here
for sure and
try and get out in fresh air and just bank laps. I think this is a smart play.
Oh, definitely. Only a 20-minute race, J-Man, with a little sneaky compulsory pit stop in there, and this. You wouldn't think so, but the strategies are aplenty, aren't they, when you come to this sort of racing? So
they are, and we have seen the Sean Hunter car retired to pit lane, so I'm not sure what happened there, whether Sean had a big incident or what have you. We just missed it off a cam, but he did retire to pit lane, so hopefully everything's all good for Sean.
So it's all happening, just looking back there. Davison in 15th, Bear Grylls, I think, just getting an overtake from My King, and Bear in the sand, J-Man. We might see if we can pick up on a replay of that.
Yeah, he's just get that thing going. He's just crawling out onto the track. I just wonder whether he was just trying to fire that thing up. Okay, so Mikey down the inside.
Mikey down the inside. I think we had a bit of a delay on our replay. Yes, and just, I thought he had it. Bear looked like he gave him the space. A little bit deep under brakes for King, and slightest of taps, James. It's King was lucky not to come unstuck as well there.
There wasn't a lot in it. Didn't appear a lot in it. I'll tell
No,
you
it
what.
didn't.
Yeah, it's the finest of margins. But I tell you what, Vaughan Martin is on the gas at the moment. He may be just under pressure here actually from Steve Crossan. Crossan looking to do a move around the outside as what Vaughan did to everybody else. And tell you what, Crossy's going to get that done. So he does. So that will be positional. That will be Crossland.
Yeah, and that's Belling actually just tucked up behind Martin as well, J-Man.
Yeah, Steve-O gets a good showing here at the ring in that match at BMW. Just keep my eye on that margin out the front. It's half a second between Shane Fodderdo and Mitchie Campbell. Good little replay there of that move around the outside for Steve Crossland with Vaughan Martin. So that shallow line,
yeah,
not so good.
Not
Vaughan
so
obviously
good.
having to, we still obviously had to lift on the exit to give Crossy enough space. So, but yeah, Mitchie crushed the gap down here. 4.5 tenths now. Looking pretty racy. Shane with a slightly better apex and exit off the final corner, but nonetheless, those boys are looking pretty racy. We see Vaughan Martin's decided to come in and take his official pit stop, which is what Tinnis Venter did early. So it'll be interesting to see the distance between Tinnis and where Vaughan Martin comes out also. So I'll keep my eye on that for you, Davo.
Yeah, it's back to the strategies, Jamie. As usual, just throw that sneaky little compulsory pit stop in there. Doesn't matter how long it is, and all of a sudden you got the boys playing games. Do you go early? Do you go late? Do you go in the middle? It just depends what's going on in front or behind you, doesn't it? A lot of the time. So
yeah, that's it.
Plenty to dissect as these guys. Plenty to dissect in a very short amount of time, actually, mind you. We are already 5 minutes into the race. Only 20-minute race here, guys.
Yeah, just responding to Jeff Burst, one of our breakfast crew drivers in the Cornelius Kellogg's car. I did see the ping there. I'm not sure whether you can try and rejoin again in between race 1 and race 2 there. Jeffrey, give it a shot, mate. Be good to see you back out on track and check that ping out. So Vaughan Martin did get out just ahead of Tinnis Venter. So both those guys opting for a very, very early pit stop strategy and have engaged in a battle off of pit road and back out on track. So
Vaughan stayed in front of Tinnis, did you say?
He did stay in front of Tinnis, yes. So the undercut, not quite.
Oh, here we go. Working. As we just actually get him on screen now, J-Man, it's on between these two.
It is on.
It just surprises me that Vaughan was in front.
Well, I don't think he was.
He wasn't when they went in. Like he was behind Tinnis when Tinnis went in. So really speedy pit stop there from Vaughan Martin.
Yeah, Tinnis just got the pace there on this this outlap. Obviously, Vaughan cycling up a set of tyres now, or just those tyres would have cooled off, and Tinnis has turned up with hot tyres and certainly got enough. At hand.
Down that really technical part of the track there on the infield, so to speak. It's all the lefts, isn't it? So
Aaron Enright also got Jordan Moss as well. We saw Mitchie get him with a wiggle. So since we last looked, Jordan has now succumbed to Stewie Arrowsmith and Aaron Enright. Mitchie Campbell has crushed that gap to nothing. It actually looks like he's got an inside move to the final 2 corners as we speak. No, he pulls out of that, gets out of that. I thought it was a lot closer than it was. So, but I'll tell you what,
looks pretty bloody close.
Yeah, Mitchie Campbell's racy. And he needs to be, because Stu Arrowsmith is coming now. I just want to get an update on their last lap times. So we're looking at a 28.777 for Fodderdo, 28.8 for Campbell, 28.727 for Arrowsmith. Arrowsmith the fastest car out of those ones. Aaron Enright faster than them all, 28.4. Crossland 28.3, Belling 29.3.
Yeah. Campbell again putting plenty of pressure on Fodderdo. He's going the inside this time, J-Man into 2.
Yeah. Can
the
he
make that
horsepower of the Nissan cut back and get this back?
Oh.
Look, he's going to cover to this inside. You're allowed one move. That's it. The Nissan's got a lot of horsepower.
Look at the grunt. But he just gets off it, doesn't he? Just gives him the space, plays it safe, J-Man.
Yes.
So, yeah, nice work from Campbell there. J-Man taking the lead of the race at about 11.5 minutes to go. Fodado didn't have anything for him. I think Fodado just got out of one a little bit regularly.
Can we just get a 30 on McDonald, or?
30 on McDonald, if I can find that, man. Where is he?
Maybe he's just. I think he's just had an incident. He's just thinking. I was just trying to get an idea of what happened. We might be a little bit late, but right in the lane. Stop go 30 seconds for car 89.
Unforced for McDonald.
That is Bear Grylls. Oh, he's just locked the rears going in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, copy. So yeah, Bear Grylls with the stop go. Brad Robinson in the lane. This is what mandatory pit stop does, Davo, doesn't it? It really does throw up the element of, mistakes can be made in this phase of the race.
Yeah, and there's things to be made when you get it right, J-Man. Like you know yourself, it's just if you don't hit the mark, even if you don't make any mistakes, but you just don't run up to the line quick enough, or you just don't hit your mark, just spot on.
Yep.
There's seconds there. And
Mikey King in the lane also. Yeah, you're right. It's like big gains to make or lose. I just got my eye on Aaron Enright, and I'm certainly watching the Tennis Venter car, because obviously this early pit stop for Tennis, and great pace at the moment. So where is Aaron Enright coming out? He's about to come out pit lane, and Tennis is entering turn 1. So he's got some margin there over Tennis at the moment, rightfully so, because Aaron was up there in, I think, P3 or P4. Stu Aerosmith might have been P3, so Aaron might have just slipped into P4 prior to that. Shane Fodado in the lane.
Fodado and Aerosmith in the pit lane. J-Man, you will just watch this. Oh, it's
good gains from Stu Aerosmith.
Oh, wasn't it? What? I thought he was going to bloody nick the back of him there. That's
Crossland
also
in the lane.
Yep, that is one of the Nortec boy, the cars there. So, yeah, J-Man, it's all happening here. And what do we got? That is pretty well half race. So
it's just that quick, mate.
Flurry,
it's just happened like that. So does Mitchie look to cover off the undercut here from Shane Fodado? I'm saying he does, because he's got an orange Ruffy car that has made its pit stop. It's a lap car. Be copping a blue flag right now.
Yeah.
Now Shane Fodado and Mitchie Campbell sharing the fastest lap of the race. That's why you're seeing 2 purples on your Delta. Well, I am anyway. And there you go, 2 purples on your Delta, 28,300 even.
Wow.
Sharing the fastest lap of this race. So that's a sign of how close this competition is up the top end of town. We've got Shane Fodado coming out the lane, and Stu Aerosmith, and Steve Crossland. Where is Tennis? He is going to be right up behind his teammate. He's probably going to have a little bit of a run here out of turn 1 up to turn 2 on his teammate, Steve Croston. So a little bit of a role reversal there.
Yeah. And that's Enright just tucked in behind these boys, isn't it, as they roll out of the pits there, J-Man? So
it is. Yep.
Enright, right on the money here.
Melling on the lane.
These guys were basically 2nd and 3rd, weren't they? Enright already pitted?
Yes, he had.
So that puts Enright in 4th, as long as someone doesn't sneak out in between him and Aerosmith. So it's going to get close down to the end here. Melling in the pits, and Nev also in the pits.
Darren Green in the lane, also Zach Hickford in the lane, also in the OnlyFans car. Mitchell Cole also in the lane. So really,
look at that flurry of cars. You can see it.
Yeah, so they've only got that get into that just a 7-minute period. By the time these guys do their 25 seconds and then come back out, there's only a handful of laps left in it. So they want to get these things back up. You don't want to leave it too late. Mitchie Campbell, that's a message to you, Sunshine. He's out there making hay, 28.477 last lap round.
Oh, yeah, and under 7 minutes to go. This is Melling out of the pits, J-Man. That is Warren Martin just sneaking past in the Ferrari.
Who's next
so
car?
Close for Melling.
Who is the next car behind Melling? Stop go.
Neville Shields
979. Who is that?
Oh, we've got a couple
Riley
of stop
Price.
goes. We've got a stop. Riley and Bear Grylls, J-Man.
Yep. Jordan Moss into the lane. So the Ling Ling Porsche is in there.
Yeah, so it's the Kentucky Fried Panda car.
It's Finger Ling Ling good.
Finger Ling Ling good, this one.
Phil Davison in the lane.
And yeah, he will be looking to make a gain on Mitch Campbell here, J-Man. He's got a minimum of 25 seconds sitting on those jacks, mate.
Yeah, well, he was down as far as 4th or 5th place, I think, by the time we saw the Enright and the Stu Aerosmith car come in.
Yep.
So he's got a bit of work to do. Shane Fodordo coming round the line here is going to certainly pick up a few of these guys.
There. Yep.
Because we've got Jordan Moss in the pits, Phil Davison in the pits, Scotty Rivers in the pits. So this should elevate Shane Fodordo up to...
It should be second, shouldn't he?
I think once it all shakes out, he's still got... timing-wise, Jordan Moss.
Oh, he's still got Jordan Moss.
It's got to sort itself out.
Yeah, here we go, because we got Phil Turner and Damian Jones yet to pit, J-Man.
Mitchy Campbell in the lane.
Oh, okay, so that was the next one we were waiting for.
Yep, so there's only Jones, Turner.
Jones and Turner.
Left to go.
Yep.
Right, so we'll see how this shakes out, but yeah, Damian Jones, Phil Turner still got to go. Those guys are obviously engaged in a battle. No, Phil Turner might be further down actually. So Tinnis and Crossland behind Jordan Moss now. What's the margin there? 0.6 of a second. Okay, so there's about 2.1 seconds there.
There's about 200ths of a second between Tinnis and Crossy at the moment.
Yeah, they are glued.
Yeah. So, yeah, clearly very equally paced here, J-Man.
717 car just copped the stop-go penalty. That is Scotty Rivers.
Was that time remaining? Or is that still... Oh, is that a new one? Oh, no, it is too.
Oh, this is going to be tight at the top end of town. Shane's got a good run out of one. Mitchie's just left the lane. Okay, so Mitchie holds station there.
Has the Datsun got it in it, mate?
It's got enough horsepower.
Yeah, and can Mitchie get this thing out of here?
Well, he's got to bring those tyres back up to temp as well.
He's done well there. Nice, tidy exit. Looks like no gain from Faraday, mate.
Yep. Stu Aerosmith and Aaron Enright doing a great job in 4th and 5th, which will actually be technically 3rd and 4th once Jarkus makes his official pit stop.
That's right. Yeah, so kudos to Enright there, actually, J-Man. We did see him with pace there pre-race and obviously in qualifying, but it definitely kept that car right where it should be. Just watching Faraday super wide through the S's and down towards the final complex of corners here.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Aaron Enright in the background looking racy.
Oh, mate, all over the back of the Lexi here. That was Stu Aerosmith in the Quickie Mart car.
Yep. So, Steve Melling just trying to run down Vaughan Martin as well. Steve Melling in 10th position, Vaughan in 9th. So, just trying to run them down. They're the next two cars behind Crossland and Venter. Brad Robinson, John McDonald hold down their 11th and 12th. Just looking down there, Kenny's in a bit of a lonely area there. So is a few of the other guys towards the back there. I'm looking for the next closest, but it's certainly, I think, probably Campbell, Faraday, definitely Enright, Aerosmith.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Venter,
Crossland.
Yep.
Oh, and that's
Well, I think Crossy's in front. Oh, look at Crossy actually
What's
in Veta
happened
right
there?
now.
Was there a positional change there that I just saw?
Oh, between Chinnis and Crossland.
Yeah, there was. 707's in front now, so
Yep.
not sure quite what happened there. Just missed that off the camera, but there certainly was a positional change. Does Tinnis think that he's got enough to catch Jordan Moss? 3 Porsches in a row there.
Yeah. Well, around here it seems like a Porsche track. J-Man, you know, once they get these things turned in, they really do lean on the backs really well. Gives them plenty of grip out of the corners. They can really pick the throttles up early. Not quick in a straight line, but around the corners, mate. And it's on between Chinnis and Crossland there.
Well, this will be the last lap by my calculations.
And we got Asrnz, couple all sorts of heat from Enright. Oh, geez, that looked close into one there. So, does Enright want to make a move? Maybe.
Stop go for Jarks. Just made his official pit stop and he's copped a stop go. You're right, Aaron Enright is getting close. Frodo's not getting any closer to Mitchie. I think Mitchie's got this one. He's got just over a second, 1.2, 1.3 seconds. Tinnis, what can Tinnis do about Jordan Moss? Can he bridge the gap? It might be a little too late. Steve Melling.
Tinnis has still got bloody Crossy on his case, so he's got plenty to think about. Melling actually not too far behind that battle, but yeah, got a little bit of clean air between him and the guys in front and behind, so he can just focus on what he's doing. But like you said, last lap coming up, J-Man. Mitch Campbell made a great move to take the lead there, J-Man.
Yeah, he did, and got it done.
And he's romped home here. There you go, across the line with Frodo in tow.
Yeah, grab Shakedown one.
As quick as we can call these guys, they're running across the line. We got Venter across. Here we go, Martin, Melling, bam.
Jones, but with a stop-go 30.
He's got that hanging over his head. Don't let that bother him.
And it turned to 60 because the stewards weren't happy about that.
Brad Robertson, McDonald.
Oh, John McDonald, Brad Robinson.
Close.
That was super close.
Wow. Neville Shields. Where's Kenny? Here we go. Rolling out of the... And I think then we've got... It'll be Mikey King.
Mikey King, yeah.
And the orange Ruffy
and
car.
Then Darren Green coming through.
Greeny. And I think Phil Tanner was just sneaking in there as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was, yeah. Phil Turner in 17th. Phil Davison just crossing the line. Come through
there's
at
a few
80.
more there.
Sorry, no, Zach Hickford in 18th. And then he ended up being Phil Davison.
Yep. And Bear went out, I think.
Mitchie Cole. So there must have been there was a little bit of shuffling there because
still got Scotty Rivers coming across.
Yep.
A fantastic looking Porsche, J-Man, that thing.
Yeah, it's a pretty wild looking paint job, all right. So Bear ended up with a stop-go 30 out of that. That was possibly for not serving a penalty, but I don't think Bear actually pulled the car back out the shed. And I'll just take this opportunity, if you are still watching Jeff Burst, maybe jump into your channel now and talk to your admin. I see he is in there, so I'll let that one go. But Davo, what a great race.
Yeah, awesome race. You want to get just the leader down and have a quick word to him before we go to a break, J-Man, and start the second race?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll grab Mitchie down here. Copy, Mitchie, you got us on comms? Mitchie.
He probably wasn't expecting us to hit him first up.
Well, he probably wasn't. He was probably just grabbing some refreshments and
chilling,
and doing his thing. So
well, let's go back, and we'll go back to 3.
And we'll go back to
Stu Arrowsmith.
We'll go back to Stewie.
Stewie.
There he is. I got him.
He's done well to open 2024. Stu Arrowsmith.
You got us on comms, Stewie?
I sure do.
Mate, what a first good hit out, mate. P3.
Yeah, cheers. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. There's a couple of guys just behind me that definitely had the pace.
Yep. But nonetheless, mate, you're out there doing it. It was some solid times. You had plenty of good company with Aaron Enright there, a good portion, and then obviously got the job done on Mossy early, and just went out there and banked those laps. It's a good race.
Yeah, it was super tight, eh? And Aaron had some real pace through those last two corners. If it gone any longer, I wouldn't have held that spot. Yeah, shame on Mossy. I thought he would have been right up there with the front runners. But yeah, no, I'll take that all day long.
Yeah, we saw Mossy have a little wiggle coming down the hill through the left-right hander as you sort of make the back part of the lap, and he had a wiggle, and I think that was enough for, I think, initially for, maybe it was you that got past there. I'm not sure it was, or maybe it was Shane. I'm not sure, but yeah, nonetheless, it was a very, very action-packed, very quick race. How was the pit entry, mate? Were you a bit nervous about hitting your marks there or not speeding because there was plenty of penalties given out?
Oh, was there? Yeah, it's for all my banter about it, I was all by myself, so there's no one really behind me when I went to pit. So and Shane went in, so I could actually use him as a bit of a brake marker up to the line, which helped.
Yeah, nice. Actually, we did pick up on that, didn't we, Davo? We did see Stewie bridge the gap there on the way into the pit lane. So, yeah, well played there, mate. So, congrats on that one. And obviously, this is just a little break in between, is it? And get ready to reset, go quali, and go to race 2. So, best of luck for the next one, bud.
Cheers, guys. Great job. Thank you.
Right, mate. Okay, so this is officially a little break. I'm just, my mate's probably getting a refreshment. So what I might do is actually grab down P2 and just have a bit of a chat to him. Shano, you got us on comms?
Yeah, mate.
Oh,
Hey, guys.
okay. We got you, mate. What a great race. Good start to the race. Really tight battle with Mitchie Campbell, and then a really tight battle with the pit strategy, and then close the gap again.
Yeah, it was. He's quick in that McLaren. He's definitely couldn't keep up with him, so I didn't want to defend too hard, or else we would have been vulnerable to the guys behind us.
Now, talk to me about the horsepower gain that looks to have in the Nissan out of turn 2, heading down the chute to turn 3, mate. And then I saw you roll out early. What was this? What was the strategy behind that after the pass?
Yeah, I just thought I'd let him go because otherwise, the guys behind us were going to catch us.
Yeah, but
I won't do it next time.
Is it as obvious as it is on track as what we're visualizing? Because it looked like that thing's got a ton of horsepower.
Yeah, it's quick in a straight line, definitely. It doesn't get out of that hairpin as well as the McLaren, but it definitely starts moving
Early
in
up.
mid years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. No, hey, look, that was for a shakedown, great first up race, mate, and you got some solid pace.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Nice work.
I think we're in for a ripper for this next one. So best of luck in this next qualifying session, Shano.
Good on you,
Cheers,
Shane.
mate. Cheers, guys.
See you, mate.
All right, we'll just see if we could just have a quick word with Mitchie, and then I'll take the opportunity in this little break also to go and grab some refreshments. But we will grab our race 1 shakedown winner down channel. You got us on comms, Mitchie?
I do indeed. Have you got me?
Gotcha, matey. Gotcha. Hey, what a great race, mate. Talk us through the start of that one and how you saw that one play out.
Yeah, didn't quali where I probably wanted. I did a bit of practice throughout the week, or the week leading up to, and I was pretty quick. So I thought I might have been front row, but no, I got a good start. Just kept it clean, and then I think Mossy had a moment. I think lap 1, so that was just a quick easy pass, and then.
Oh, so it was you. Sorry, yeah, I saw him have a wriggle coming down the hill, and you took advantage of that down the inside. Yes.
Yeah, so I think he kind of, he just went wide and I came through, so that was a nice easy one. And then Shane, just the pace on that thing in a straight line, it's a rocket, but the McLaren in the mid corners, particularly the last sector, I was able to make up quite a bit of time, and I think that's where I was quite strong. And I don't know if he just sort of made it a little bit easy for me just to go by being teammates, but yeah, got past him and then pitted. I ran a little bit late with the pit, just clean air, got some space between me and I think it was Mossy at the time, and then some of those back markers were starting to be in front, so I was like, I'll come in, and came out quite close to Shane actually, and then I was just able to hold him off and pull away. I think just the McLaren mid corner, just so strong.
Yeah, so tell me, just talk to Shane about it. Obviously, he mentioned the same thing as well, the way that McLaren gets off the corner as well. But could you feel the horsepower of that Nissan down that turn 2, turn 3, out of turn 2 down to 3 straightway? The thing
It's all
ranging
right.
up under horsepower.
I had a really good run. I can't remember what lap it was, but turn 1 I had a really good run, and then went to sort of pull out and wasn't really going past. Like it's just it's a rocket in a straight line.
Yeah. Yeah, got some
But
big horsepowers, all right, but nonetheless, mate, you did the job.
yeah,
Yeah, and I
sure,
think
sure.
did you manage to catch the 28.3 shared a piece in the fastest lap times during that one?
We did indeed, teammates and same lap time, so not
Yeah,
a bad little outing for race 1.
sending a message early, Mitchy, I would think. So yeah, well
Oh,
done,
maybe
mate.
If Mick was here, I think he would have maybe a different story, but I'm feeling confident. Teamed up with the OES guys, so not doing it solo this time, so that'll be good. So lean on some of
Yeah,
those guys.
plenty of tech
Uh,
support, mate, and we
oh
know
mate,
we know that you can steer. So with the tech support as well, and that beautifully presented paint job that you've turned up with, mate, I think you're in for a good one.
fingers crossed. I'm feeling good. So let's
Nice work, Mitchy.
see
Good
how
on
we
you.
go.
Good stuff, Mitchy. Oh,
Awesome
best of
stuff.
luck for this next one, mate. See if we can put this one on the
Fellas,
front row. Eh?
cheers, fellas.
All right, mate.
See you, Mitch.
All
Mitch,
right, there you go. I'll just leave it with you for a second, Dave. I just got to go and grab some
Mitch,
refreshments because the
Mitch,
waitress is gone.
Mitch Campbell, everybody, winner of the first race here on the Shakedown at Redbull Ring for Asrnz 2024. We will just go to a very short intermission here before the boys roll out for quali or whatever they're doing. We'll be back in a moment. Welcome back, everybody, to the Shakedown here at Asrnz. The Shakedown for the GT3s here in 2024. First race of the season, ladies and gentlemen. J-Man joins me in the comms box. J-Man, what a cracking race, that first race.
Mate, it was. I mean, it went quick, as we can expect with this super sprint format. Obviously, we're short of one tonight. However, just wicked racing. Like, we just heard from the top three drivers. Stu, pretty humble as usual in his approach, and thought that if it went on too long, that he may have succumbed to Enright. So Aaron having a lot of pace, but that battle between the OES boys, obviously Mitch Campbell teamed up with Team OES again for the first time this season with the obviously the driving capabilities he's got with the tech support, and we just saw it 28.300 a piece, 128.300. They shared the fastest lap time, did the two team cars. So like I said, sending a message, the OES boys, and I'll tell you what,
straight away,
if they get Vic Chan back as well, that's a pretty strong team of three cars. Also, not to forget the Phil Turner car still racing for the OES banner. So good support for Phil Turner again this season.
Yeah, right, awesome stuff, J-Man, as the boys have rolled out into qualifying here.
You too.
We will see some of these guys starting to post times relatively soon.
Yeah, so looking like I've got eyes on, I feel like, yeah, maybe the 363 car might be one of the first cars out on track on a hot lap, looking at the deltas. Just
coming across the line now. Yep.
Might be a first banker there. I could be wrong. Yeah, no, it's not. It is potentially... It potentially is Jordan Moss, maybe even.
I did wonder. We just missed the boys as they rolled out there, actually, J-Man. But yeah, it's always nice to try and pick up that leader. I don't think Geordie is it, J-Man, as he just rolls down into the second braking area here on the track.
No.
Got a time from Jeff Burse.
Good to see Jeffro made it back in. Cornelius Kellogg's.
And, oh, no, hang on. Actually, no, we don't. No, we don't.
No?
No, my dial is incorrect. That's not Jeff Burse. And I think...
Okay. So Shane Faraday, first time posted. Followed quickly by Tennis and John McDonald, Steve Melling. So they're all filing through now. Mossy on a good time by the look of it. Got some deltas that are coming up that's going to point the Kentucky Fried Panda car somewhere up near the pointy end from what I'm looking at.
Yeah, where's you'd expect.
Oh, we got a track cut on the final corner, so it'll come to nothing.
Oh, no.
Yeah. It would have been good enough for P4, I can tell you that much.
It looked like it, J-Man. Faraday also up on his lap in the OES. Datto there, my friend.
Yeah, where is Mitchie Campbell? He was expecting bigger things.
They've got a couple there actually up on their deltas. Tennis Bentel won. He's got about 3/10 up his sleeve. Darren Green also. He's well up on his delta, but only just running down into turn 3, or we call them 3. There's a little bit of a kink and a curve in between 1 and 2 and 2 and 3, but doing some pretty handy stuff in the Aston there. J-Man Frodo up, Venter up, Aaron Enright up, John McDonald up, 4/10, J-Man in the Warbird.
Tinnis Venter to the top. Shane Faraday quickly pips him as
God,
well.
these guys are close together here.
Quick succession. Aaron Enright on a stellar time.
McDonald into fourth, J-Man, just tucked in
Yeah.
behind Crossland there as well. Crossland just wasn't on my radar, and then all of a sudden,
Bam.
there he is. Yeah, third position provisionally on the board. So, go figure. Still plenty out there on track and plenty to play for, J-Man. Damien Jones also coming around towards the end of his lap and half a second up. That would get him into the 29s. It's going to put him around 6th or 7th.
Jordan Moss should have a time banked here. He does, goes to P3 on a 28.5.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. Damien Jones, 7th position.
Yeah, just knocked Steve-O Melling. I was about to comment on Steve-O's time up there in 7th, but he just gets knocked back another one. Who was that? Mitchie Campbell goes to the top on a 28.0.
Oh, wow. Oh,
it's a
my
big
God.
time. He's got 4 tenths over the field right now. That's a big number.
That is a big number, J-Man.
He mentioned he wasn't happy with his Q1. He's certainly rectified it for Q2.
He's making up for it now, isn't he?
Will we see a 27 here tonight?
Oh, mate, well, if Mitch Campbell's got anything to do with it, I'd say yes.
Melling's on the improve. Melling looking to improve here. Can he grab enough to pick up Damien Jones?
Oh, quite possibly here, J-Man. That's going to be close. He's got him.
He's got him.
So he keeps it in the 9th. Damien Jones rounding out the 10 provisionally at the moment. Damien, although up on his lap.
Mitchie Campbell's parked it, mate. He's had enough. He's just like, mate, if you guys can better that, you can have it.
Go for it. Arrow Smith up into 4th, J-Man.
Yeah, great backing that earlier performance of his Smith.
That is a bloody solid looking top 10 there, I tell ya.
Yep, Steve Melling on the cuff now of the 10. He's down at the 10. Vaughan Martin's up there now. Aaron Enright in there.
Damien Jones still on track and a couple of tenths up on his time, J-Man. That could be... He's got it, actually. Damien Jones just pipping Melling.
He just did. Yeah, knocked Steve-O out of the 10.
Yeah, still a couple of and a half minutes to go here, J-Man, in qualifying. So this mid-pack's definitely pushing. Looking.
Phil Turner on an improved lap. What does this do for Phil Turner?
Bear Grylls also improving on his lap, which might sneak him in front of Greeny.
Yep.
He keeps it up. In one of the M4s, it's a monster car, that one. It looks fantastic, actually.
Yeah, Mossy looking to just try and take that 4th position away with this lap from Stu Aerosmith. Tinnis Venter on a good lap as well.
Yeah, Tinnis and Faraday, I think, just flickering some green deltas, J-Man. So
yeah, this is the battle for the front row beside the very, very quick Mitchie Campbell.
And it's a bit of a lottery at the moment. We've still got over a minute and a half to go.
Yep.
Mossy pushing
coming down
hard.
to the line.
This might sneak him in. Oh, how close are those lap times?
Oh my gosh.
It's like hundreds.
Okay, so that was clearly a track cut because the number was a 28.4, which would have been enough to pip Stewie, but it didn't register. So.
Oh yeah, I see it now. Last lap, 28.40. There you go.
Yeah, I can tell you.
It's that last corner, J-Man.
Yeah, it is the last corner. Steve Melling's still pushing hard. He wants that spot back from Damien Jones in the 10. The Delta's climbing for Melling. He's got a couple of tenths in. Oh, he's just grabbed a track cut down the bottom of the hill.
Oh, no, and he needed those couple of tenths, J-Man, and he had them.
Yeah.
But,
he will have enough time for another go.
45 seconds to go. Melling will easily clear the start-finish line.
Yeah, comfortably. And we need a good entry onto this front straight to go and start this lap
to make it
strong.
happen. Yep, definitely. So Melling rocking the match fit car. Stunning looking car, J-Man. If I don't say so. So Damien Jones still out and still showing very similar deltas to Melling.
Yeah,
so
Melling isn't going to give this away.
I don't think Jones is going to give it away either, Joe, man.
No. And I tell you what, Tennis is battling. I tell you what, if he
he's got
finishes
another
the
one.
slap off.
Oh, he could be in second here. He could be on the front row.
Yeah, and Campbell and Fodder have parked it. They're done. So
Jones coming across the line. Has he lost?
he gained a little bit, a tiny little bit. He went from a 0.190 to a 0.157. Melling's got a 10th up his sleeve, heading towards 2 tenths. As he comes down the hill, he's heading towards 3 tenths, runs a little wide. This is where he got a track cut last time, as he comes down the hill.
Yeah, it's
Still
just
a 10th in his pocket.
Down the bottom. Very awkward little series of corners here.
Dennis Venter, right on the button of matching his time, so looking for no improvement out of the data that I'm seeing coming out of the 707 car.
He only needs 200ths of a second, and he's got second.
He didn't quite get it. Steve Melling just gets a track cut on the second to last corner, so he just marks it. He was pushing really, really hard for that spot.
Yeah. As we just go back and focus, I think that is Steve Crossland on the back of the Only Friends car there. Oh, J-Man. Oh, look at this.
Yeah, he's just a half a tenth down. He's looking for some draft.
Just wasn't making anything out of it. But yeah, like you said, just trying to chase that bit of draft. Anything would be good.
So that's a big number at a 28.0 for Campbell. He's got 4 tenths over Shane Fodderno. And then the field very, very tight after the fact. Stuart Arrowsmith just an absolute bee stick away from, Tennis just so close to Shane Fodderno, and then Stuart Arrowsmith not far off the back of that as well. So very, very good qualifying session from these guys. Cheers for the best wishes, the luck on the season, Elvis. Hopefully, if you're not out on track, mate, you do tune in as much as you can. Looking to be another good one. Just clicking some buttons. I like to click the buttons.
We're clicking the buttons, J-Man. And while we're clicking the buttons, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get the algorithms rolling here, guys. Turn your notifications on. You don't want to miss this stuff. Asrnz's 2024 GT3 series here.
Yes, Jeff Rowe, to answer your question, I believe the track was optimum, and it is back to its optimum for this race as well. So, yeah, the best conditions out there for those boys. 21 degrees ambient and 28 tracks. Not bad conditions out there.
$30-minute race, J-Man.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. Hydrated again now, so we're good.
Mate, that last one, it was awesome. Some good. This track, it's got some really good passing opportunities in several parts of it. So, awesome stuff.
G'day, Mr. Yucko Venter. Good to see you tuning in, mate. Your fellow compadres there currently sitting for this final race of the night. Tennis sitting in P3. Steve Crossland sitting in P6 for the start of this one. They were all but joined at the hip for the previous race if you missed it. So, plenty of good action going on out there tonight.
So not long to go, ladies and gentlemen, for the second and final race here at Redbull Ring on the Shakedown night pre our season 1 here in Asrnz's 2023 season.
I tell you what, there's some good looking on paper. I want to mention the likes of that mid-pack there. I think Steve Melling will have enough to go with Damien Jones and John McDonald and Vaughan Martin. I don't know if they'll have the measure at the moment for Aaron Enright. We saw the pace that he had in race 1, but however, looking back there, Neville Shields, Phil Davison, Mike King, Darren Green, and Bear Grylls. That will be a battle, also with Brad Robinson in there. That will be a great battle to watch there. Those guys there be racing towards seeing who's off the back of the 10 there. So that's going to be a spirited battle.
Absolutely, J-Man. Yes. Second and final race for the Shakedown here. Like I mentioned, ladies and gentlemen, bit of fun. Get these skins out. Make sure everybody's up to speed for next week's official first round here at Asrnz for the 2024 GT3 season at Alton Park Sprint Round. Slightly different.
Yeah, still nonetheless, so not the triple, just the sprint. So
Just-
the guys and girls, well, they'll still have 4 tyres available for the weekend. So they're going to have to manage those tyres throughout those qualifying and race sessions
For sure.
with the mandatory pit stop stuff going on.
For sure, J-Man, like you said, with the compulsory pit stops, the strategies will be flying as these guys just run around for their formation lap. Here, J-Man, good spread of marks here tonight. We see just almost an even splattering of different manufacturers here. So, which of course always makes for awesome racing. But yeah, really good to see, and some awesome liveries like we mentioned earlier. I think we were too short of official skins to our registration for the series, so super stoked. Everybody getting involved. We love this stuff. We love driving it. We love watching it. It looks good. There's plenty of racing going on track.
Yep. Now, race start procedure this time around, we saw Mitchie starting from the second or third row. Sorry, I think it was the second row last race, and he was very good on the reaction time when the lights went green. So he'll need to be, because we've seen the horsepower of that Shane Fodder, the OES Datsun. So he'll need to be on point here, because as they run down there, if Shane gets that inside line and manages to hold it.
That's right, because he's on the outside, J-Man, like you're alluding to, and yeah, that's not always the best space to be in. Turn 2, however, it might be a better place to be. But yeah, all the same, the light's going to go green. It's going to get serious pretty bloody quickly here, guys.
Yeah, and they've got to watch too also, you know, like, I mean, those two will be focused on each other, but Tinnis and Stu Arrowsmith just tucked right in there, getting ready to... Beautiful formation. These boys are already on point with their formation starts.
Absolutely. Mitch Campbell, Shane Frodo, Tennis Bender, Stu Arrowsmith are going to run a line. Mitchie just misses it, totally gets swamped. Oh, and gets a bit of a touch-up on the way past as the boys all run up to the line. That puts
Tennis a little wide out of one.
Tennis a little wide, but he's got Stu Arrowsmith, Jordan Moss, Steve Crossland, Aaron Enright, Vaughan Martin, John McDonald. J-Man, what a mix-up there. Mitch will be kicking himself.
Oh, so looks
I
like
think that's Damien Jones around, in the front of the...
Oh, is it? Okay.
In front of the Warbird there. Our leaderboard, our data goes mental. It just goes nuts in the first 20 seconds as we just let it stabilise, and we can start focusing on some of these cars. J-Man, Arrowsmith just nicely in the third there, but stand out there. Tinnis holding that position with Mitchie making an awful mistake there off the start, allowing Frodo pass. Now Frodo, look, hasn't he made some ground already? Did I do that? Yes.
Yeah. I think you made up a word. So did we lose Mitchie Campbell there?
Totally?
Yeah, we've lost him. We've lost Mitchie Campbell for race 2, so I'm not sure what's going on. Oh, he's just firing the game back up, so he probably will come back in. But, nonetheless, I tell you what, there's a spirited battle up here between, certainly between Tinnis, Crossland and Stu Arrowsmith. Now,
and you've got Aaron Enright just sneaking up, putting pressure on Arrowsmith as well. Sorry, J-Man.
Yeah, it's just, the cars on the move are the 2 rain light cars, because they dispatched of Stewie that one. Stewie was actually vulnerable through turn 1 to actually Aaron Enright. So we'll keep an eye on what the deltas and the sectors are looking like. Oh, I see that's Crossy just getting
Crossy wide. Yeah, which will put the Lexus just underneath the wing of that Porsche. Can Stu make
What's
anything
the horse
happen here?
like? Look, he's under the wing. Crossy goes to the inside to cover this off. Should be a long way round through turn 3.
Oh,
Can he make it live there?
Aerosmith looks like he wanted to give it a crack.
Yeah, Vic Chan not here tonight, boys. Yes, he does normally race. He's got some other commitments from time to time this season, so you will see some cameos from Vic, but yeah, not here for the shakedown. But out there tonight doing it, though, is the team car of Shane Fodderdo out in front by 1.3 seconds already with Tinnis in tow. So a good showing here straight away from the Rainlight boys. Currently running second and third, Stu Aerosmith trying to get back in touch with Steve Crossland, and he'll need to, because we saw the late race pace that Aaron Enright had, Davo.
Oh yeah, definitely, J-Man. He really needs to get his head down there, doesn't he, and stay focused on the job at hand here. As a little bit of a reshuffle in the field there early on, with we saw the Mitch Campbell car not getting away from the line, J-Man, was it at all? And it really did upset a few of the other cars around it, particularly behind it. So yeah, a little bit of a reshuffle throughout the field in the lower half of the top 10, J-Man. But as always, the cream is starting to rise to the top. We're just focused on Melling, who is not that far behind John McDonald with Damien Jones in front. But the battle, like you mentioned, Steve Crossland, now, I think just backed away from Tinnis there, but he's got all sorts of pressure from Aerosmith. He might get out of there front of Enright's car.
Yeah,
here.
absolutely.
And just see what Enright's looking at, because he's right on the tail of Aerosmith here. So yeah.
So turn up your volume and just watch Aaron at work here on the Stu Aerosmith Lexus.
Yeah, well, let's go for a lap. Let's watch these boys. Oh, well, we will pick up on that, actually, guys. There.
We jinxed them. Yeah,
we will get another look at that, actually, though.
Yeah, we might pick at that from another angle, because it was certainly pretty it
was looking
pretty intense from inside the cockpit.
And it was looking pretty nice up until there, J-Man. But yeah, it just looks like Aaron just missing his mark there a little bit, and just deciding to try and evade out Stu Aerosmith there into the braking area of 3. It looks like 3 cars. That looks like that trio of Jones and McDonald, and who's in front of that pack? Vaughan Martin actually just sneaked through and all that. So yeah, interesting stuff. Yeah, tough.
And in the interim, these mandatory pit stops have started too. Mitchell Cole, Steve Melling in the lane. I think those are the first ones. And Jordan Moss has decided to come into the lane as well. So those of you who just joined us, there is a mandatory pit stop here. It's either fuel, which is time certain at 25 seconds, or tyres, which is around 30. So I've just been watching Tinnis. He was making some inroads into Shane Fodderdo just before. So not sure what that looks like on track now. Yeah, look, he is there, and Crossy obviously still and these guys have driven away from what was the Stu Aerosmith and Aaron Enright battle, which has left Vaughan Martin in 4th. So the top 3 got a big breathing gap now. So not sure where Jordan Moss factored into that pre-pit stop. But
Yeah, I think Mossy might have been just up in that little group there in front of. I think Tennis was still in second. I think he was in front of Crossland. So, nonetheless, tight little battle going on there. J-Man, as is just down the back here, and behind Neville.
Vaughan Martin in the lane, John McDonald in the lane.
Just get a load out of the back of the Datsun here. Neville Shields with Kenny Simpson and Brad Robinson tucked in behind. Yeah, plenty to think about there for Neville Shields, as he's probably just trying to keep his eyes focused forward and just make some distance between those two boys, because both of them with plenty of talent. J-Man.
Yep. And up the front, I can tell you 1.6 second has now become 1.2. Tinnis is on the move. Yep. Shane needs to keep this thing, and I tell you what, Tinnis's delta's up. He is getting a lot of track cuts from what I can gather, because I have not got a registered best lap from Tinnis.
Oh, there you go. We've also got Vaughan Martin, I think it was, and John McDonald in the pits there, J-Man. Yeah,
so they came in line astern too.
Yeah, so yeah, we want to watch that. And it's like one of those tracks, it sort of begs you just to push those limits sometimes, and you really got to monitor it, don't they? And they do really race to that number, don't they, J-Man? Because that will suffer you how much of a penalty?
So first up, I'd say you'll just get a drive-through for track limits, and it's still a pretty long pit lane, so these short races would pull Tinnis well out of the pecking order. It's now stabilised to 1.5. Crosslands actually banked last lap was a 29.2, best lap of a 28.6. So Crossland's still got some good pace. Damien Jones in there in P4. He's got Stu Arrowsmith tucked up right up behind him. But the first of our pit stoppers at this point of time is Vaughan Martin. Currently just up the road from the Warbird of John McDonald in P18.
Yep, and I just noticed Brad Robinson and Kenny Simpson around on my data here around Neville there. So has Neville made a trip to the pit stop? I don't think so.
No, he hasn't. And I don't think the Melling car came out of pit lane. It's still in there. So
oh, okay, that's not good. That's not a good sign, J-Man. So they must be under the bonnet of that thing, having a bit of a tinker. But yeah, look at this three-way battle going on here. Sorry, J-Man, for interrupting.
Right.
Brad Robinson, Kenny Simpson, and Neville Shields. Yeah, pretty hectic stuff going on here. Might just sneak out of the back of Kenny's car. First up, one of the Datsuns. Kenny Simpson at the helm, and look at Brad. Oh, Simpson into the lane.
Simpson peels off into the pit lane.
What a view that was, ladies and gentlemen. As we just see that live, real time. Hectic stuff. So Simpson in the lane, also Stu Arrowsmith, J-Man.
Yeah, so I must be just caught up there. Was it? It's Phil Davison. Was it Phil Davison and Darren Green going at it? It is.
Yeah.
And they are going at it. Okay, so Brad Robinson.
Oh yeah, with Davison actually looking on it for a move here, J-Man, and looking pretty healthy too. On the inside of the Aston, doesn't look like he's getting any resistance here from Turner. And Green passed. Oh no, it's actually the other way around. Sorry. No, it's not. It's not even. It's Phil Davison.
It's Phil Davison and Darren Green. Yeah, just battling for position there. You're right.
Yep. So yeah, nice work there from Davison, J-Man. The Aston had nothing for it. I suspect obviously a poor run off T1, really does affect your braking area down there, doesn't it? Tinnis, Venter and Street, Crossland close. Is that that's
He's
coming
about
up there.
1.4 back to Crossy, 2.2 up the road to Shane now from thing. But for me, I was looking up by the spirited battle from the Warbird on the Vaughan Martin Ferrari. So the BMW on the Ferrari there is starting to really heat up. Liking what I'm seeing from the BMW in the braking zones at the moment. Looks really, really strong. So that margin there for McDonald to Martin is 0.6, 0.7 of a second. So both cars have pitted. Stu Aerosmith now leading the Battle of Pit Row. He is the first car to have made his official pit stop here tonight. There are guys ahead of him on track that'll be making theirs shortly, aka Enright, Jones, Crossland, Venter, Fodeno. Still got plenty of guys to make their stops. Mitchie Campbell hasn't made his stop, but currently up to P9. So that's left the server, come back, and absolutely smashing it out. Best time out there at the moment of a 28.6.
Not a bad effort. Yeah, just
look, Steve Crossland in the lane. Oh, grabs the wall on the way in the lane. Gives the love bug a good touch up on the Armco on the way in. Enright in the lane also. Stays away from the wall.
So plenty going on here, viewers. We've got to 30-minute race here, so we're just sneaking up to about the halfway mark here.
Yep.
So no surprise, we're getting that flow of pit stops, J-Man, and this is where we get busy with like who's coming out where is this all going to equalise to? As much as these guys are, you know, like they want to see where their gains or losses come out as well as they around the across the start finish line each lap, J-Man. Not sure when their competitors are going to pit stop.
So just looking at Enright and Crossy coming up the lane, and I'm just picking up on Stu Aerosmith. He is flying down to turn one. He's easily going to round up Aaron Enright. And I tell you what, he's going to come out of turn one with pace and have a run on Steve Crossland up between 1 and 2. Here he comes. Got the run. Got the horsepower.
Yeah.
Gets up beside him.
And we know...
Gets it done before turn 2.
Yeah, and even if they were side by side, J-Man, we know how that outside line is obviously the way to go around that corner. Well wide, and yeah, nice set of warmed up slicks there for Aerosmith.
Yep, so the likes of Tinnis and Shane now got to start thinking about dealing with lap traffic, because you know you've got cars that were further back starting to make their official pit stops, and I just see Tinnis at the clear one there. I think that was potentially Bill Davidson may have been there. Hang on, I'll just try and see who that was. Yeah, it was Phil Davison. So there's just something that these guys are going to have to think about as they start coming through. Zach Hickford in the lane in the OnlyFans car.
Yeah, and he had to back up for it too there, J-Man.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I don't know whether that's an OnlyFans thing or not, but yeah, just have back up to it. So as we still see Shane Fodeno, J-Man controlling the race at this stage.
Yeah, 3.8 the margin now, so he's out there just sort of cruising.
Yeah,
solid result at the moment.
Oh, as he comes into the pits, J-Man.
Yeah, he needs to get all this right. Needs to just not get any speeding infringements or...
Oh,
nice. He pushed it really close there.
Yeah,
it was a good entry.
It was a nice stop, though. So, yeah, now it's going to start to unfold.
Yep, obviously, like I mentioned, Mitchie Campbell hasn't made a stop there, but he's all the way up to P6.
Brad Robinson.
Yep. Oh, Crossy looking for an inside move on Stu Aerosmith. This battle is spirited, Davo. It is certainly heated up since the pit stop. So, obviously, Stewie come onto that turn 1, turn 2 run and had the run on Crossy, but Crossy's tyres are up to temp now and he's looking to get this thing back. And he's well on him. As they head down the final stretch, last 2 corners of the circuit. Crossy fakes to the inside, has a good look. Thinks better of it, try and size him up. Try and size him up out of the final turn.
And definitely showing the nose there, just really filling Asrnz's mirror with the front of that.
Fast driver,
that
both of them.
Porsche, mate, that Rainlight Racing Porsche. So, yeah, nice work. But Stu just keeps a cool head.
Yeah, Crossy just missed the apex there a little bit. And who's that behind him? Aaron Enright. So he's got to be eyes forward.
And Enright will be watching this. He'll be looking for those weak spots. And Enright with some pace tonight, J-Man. So he'll be hungry. He'll be hungry for this.
And first night here out on track is Tinus Venter out there. Obviously still got his official pit stop to make, as does the 4 drivers after him. But yeah, Tinus out there leading the race. First time here at Asrnz on a Thursday night. And he's out there, lights ablaze in the...
I think we've got Shields in, J-Man, out of that 4 cars, like you mentioned. Oh, 5 cars, I think it was, actually. But, yeah, so... we will start to see these guys roll in. Yeah, we've got 11 and a half minutes to go. J-Man, like you mentioned, Tinus newcomer
got my eyes.
Asrnz, so doing really nice. Damien Jones not pitted.
Still got my eyes on Crossy, he's attacking.
Crossy is still attacking. Good work from Mitch Campbell to be where he is. He still needs to pit. Let's look at Crossy. Let's get out of the helmet cam. See what's going on here. Attacks the back of Aerosmith's Lexus. Into one.
Much better run through one for Crossy that time. He missed the apex last lap around.
But no mistake from Aerosmith, J-Man.
No, nothing.
Not at all. So
he'll have to size him up for this one again and see if he can get off this turn 2 a little better than the Lexus.
I think the Porsche's gains will be made after turn 3.
Oh, he's proper wide there.
Which has dropped Crossy off his back there, actually. Crossy just with a little bit of grass, I think, too.
Yep. Venter in the lane.
So, yes, we would expect to see Tinus in.
Campbell in the lane from P3. That's a mega effort from Mitchy Campbell.
Massive effort from Campbell, actually. So it'll be interesting to see where he comes out, J-Man. That will be the telling tale, won't it?
It will be.
So super tight still going on with Aerosmith and Crossland and of course Aaron Enright just tagging along behind.
Very much so. I can tell you what, you keep your eye on that. I'll keep my eye on Shane Fodderdo and Tinus Venter leaving the lane. Fodderdo already down clear. Tinus off the jacks. Where does that leave Tinus? He has got a hard charging Crossland.
And mate, these guys are going to have him for breakfast.
They're going to get him. They are going to get him.
Mate. These guys are flying.
And Enright's going to get him as well.
Yep.
So Tinus from
here we go.
P1.
Stewart, a little wide.
Oh, I tell you
Still
what,
had pace. Still had the pace. Can he do it?
He's holding on.
Crossy got nothing for him. And Enright inching even closer. Look at this.
Oh, Crossy with a better run off the inside, gets the car turned down a little tighter.
And Enright still there. Crossland, no punch in that Porsche, J-Man.
He's got the initial phase, but the Lexus just got the horsepower at the end of the chute, Davo.
Like I said, I think it's all the Porsche's gains are like from here onwards on this track.
Well, who did I see? That was the Warbird on Vaughan Martin as well. That's one to keep our eye on as well. We can't take our eyes off of the Crossland attack at the moment, but I can tell you also, off camera, the Warbird is hunting the Vaughan Martin Ferrari as well. So.
Oh, Crossland on the inside, J-Man.
It's it done.
Down the hill. Unbelievable pass. Let's have a look at that.
Enright's lining up for it too now.
We'll give this a few seconds. Enright wants a bit of it, but we've got to get back. Let's have a look at this.
Have a look at this. Steve Croston on Stu Aerosmith. Beautifully done. Set up for multiple laps.
Oh, it's a beautiful thing. It's late break 101. Asrnz had nothing for it, J-Man.
Oh, it was just beautiful
Gets
car
that.
positioning from Crossy. Just got it down there. Just couldn't. Stu couldn't get the car back across.
No.
Oh, car in the fence. That is that beautifully presented car. The Porsche you
Ford.
spoke of earlier.
Which was. Hang on. New guy, isn't it? Sean
I think
Hunter?
No, that's the Grove car. It was the other one of Zach Hickford, was it? No, that's
Oh,
the
look.
only fan.
I don't even want to put the camera on it.
No,
That would hurt my eyes because it's a lovely looking car and I'd hate to see it in the wall. But we will continue to watch this little battle here, J-Man. I think you still mentioned, let's just
McDonald
get back.
Martin.
McDonald Martin. Let's get onto that. Let's get a bit of airtime on that, J-Man. Like you said, that's heated and it's continued on. Martin doing a fantastic job tonight, J-Man, too.
Yeah, holding back a multi-time champion here at ASRNZ.
Well,
So
yeah, well, John's no slouch.
So, great battle though between Stewie and Crossy. That's as good as it gets. And I tell you what, Aaron Enright wants a bit of the same, but he's going to have to work hard for it.
Yeah, well, look, it's proven so far, J-Man. We have 6.5 minutes to go, so time is running out for these boys. Just what is Brad Robinson going on there? Has he got a little bit of temperature?
Well, we've got a run for the Warbird out of one, in between 1 and 2. I reckon he's got a run here. He has definitely got a run. What can he do with it at the end of the straight?
He's on the outside.
He's got to the outside line.
Yeah, Martin knows how quick it is out there. He's got nothing on the inside here without big dive.
For the cutback.
Oh,
a little bit of paint swap, but
yeah,
nothing too severe.
We don't mind a bit of a wrestle on the boys. Get the elbows out.
So there you have it.
Makes
What a
it happen.
beautiful pass. Now Vaughan's looking back to the inside. John be pretty good on the brakes. I've been watching him.
He's probably just making sure John really wanted to be there. Just like, hey, mate, you can give it back. You know? But plenty going on. Jordan Moss. And who is that round the outside or round the inside? Brad Robinson, J-Man.
Yeah, gets the job done. So Jordan not at his most comfortable in that Kentucky Fried Panda car tonight.
We might get a replay on what was going on there. I've got a funny feeling that Jordan was actually trying to make the move here.
On the Neville Shields car, was he?
No, on Brad Robinson.
Oh, okay.
And just failed to make it happen, but carried the Porsche around the outside of the Merc here. As we pick it up on the replay.
Yep, watching that.
For some time, J-Man. So again, the Porsche is starting to really show their talent towards the end of...
We've got Tinnis on Aaron Enright, David. And got the job done comfortably out of 1.
So Enright.
So still 4.5 minutes to go.
He must have made a mistake there, J-Man. Been super speedy all night. He'll be hurting.
Yep. Yeah, it is great racing, Rusty. It would be even better if you're out on track, buddy. But nonetheless, you got 7 days is a long time to get those pedals sorted. And I tell you what, wouldn't it be special tonight if Tinnis can run down Stu Arrowsmith, the 772 car, and get a double podium in this last race of the evening for Rainlight Boys first up here. Well done. He's got a lot of work to do, but I just picked up on, so Mitchie Campbell, pit stopped and done, is inside the 10. He is in P9.
Yep.
And
that's where he was before he pit stopped, so he's doing okay.
And he's got the Martin car in front and the McDonald car. I reckon Mitchie can get to Vaughan. Whether he can put a pass on him in the final 3.5 minutes,
so
I'm not sure. But
Tinnis back behind Arrowsmith again, so we missed something there, J-Man.
Oh, and he's a big send into 1. Stewie read it.
Oh, yeah, no, it looked like Stewie was locked up just trying to play that. So pretty full on there. We just got the cameras back to it, and it was on, J-Man. So,
it was. And that 707 car got the fastest lap of the race too, I might add. So there's a lot of pace in that Porsche right now.
In both of those, Crossy now sitting in second position, J-Man.
Yep.
behind Faraday with Aerosmith in third and Tinnis Venter in the other sister not racing car.
So this
Aaron
is what I
Enright.
mentioned. This is for a double podium for those team cars. So I mean, there'll be plenty on the line. Tinnis will know it, but Stewie will know it as well too.
Oh, for sure. Yes, definitely. And Enright will be just fuming that he's just dropped back out of fourth into fifth position.
Yep.
Damien Jones doing a cracking job tonight, actually, J-Man, as we just see Tinnis
Up on the outside.
on the outside looking for somewhere to get past Stu Aerosmith. Let's get out of the back of the Aerosmith Lexi.
Oh, he's got a nice line. He's got a nice line out of the final turn. Can he make it live down the inside to one?
The power of the Toyota motor just takes over. Is it going to happen?
Oh, he sent
Tinnis down on the inside. Aerosmith.
Watch the Lexus down the straight here. Has he got enough to come back? I reckon he has.
Oh, yeah, that thing's quick. He's got the draft. They're not even into the kink yet.
And
he's
he
on
pulls
the
out.
outside. He's on the optimum line. And he's got him. J-Man. Tinnis
He
again.
looked for a cutback.
Oh, is that
Nice.
Enright? All over the back of him again. Geez, that's getting close, J-Man.
That's getting super close.
So nice work from Tinnis Venter to sneak past Aerosmith there, J-Man. Also got a battle between Brad, I think it's Robinson, and Kenny Simpson here. The Datsun against the Mercedes. A little over a minute to go, ladies and gentlemen. Intense stuff going on right down to the wire here as usual. These last few minutes, the boys just think, oh, they look at the clock all of a sudden and go, shit, I've got to do something.
It's time to go. It's time to go.
It's on.
Yeah,
Robinson.
beautiful stuff.
Yeah, beautiful stuff. Robinson with a big tank slapper out of...
And while
Out
that
of
was all
three.
going on, Davo, Mitchy Campbell did get Vaughan Martin. And that'll be, I guess...
Tinnis Venter into the pits, J-Man.
Oh, what have we got going on here with Tinnis?
Has he got no fuel?
He's going slow.
He's stalling.
He's rolling. He's going slow. Oh,
Oh, what?
and he's had to escape. He didn't have enough fuel to get to the line.
No.
What a shame. What a shame.
And I think we got the leader on the last lap, Shane Faraday.
We have... I've still got eyes on Mitchy Campbell trying to hunt down that Warbird car. It'll be a little too late. I reckon he'll get pretty close, but not close enough.
Nah, that is mental. I don't know. Wow. I wouldn't have expected that. There you go. Lucky it's on the shakedown, boys.
And Kenny Simpson with some late race pace. You're right there, Rusty. He is right on the back of Brad Robinson, and I reckon he's got enough horsepower if he can line this thing up down the chute here. We know how fast that Nissan is in a straight line.
Yeah, so these guys been going at it for a few laps. And, yeah, Kenny definitely got Brad's measure. Last lap, Brad very loose into 3 there. And again, you can see him again. Big wriggle. Puts Kenny up on the inside this time, J-Man into 4.
Kenny
He's
gets
got
down
this
there
done.
as The leader, Shane Faraday, has just finished this race, but we'll stick with this battle with Simpson and Robinson here. Crossland about to cross the line also for a well-earned second position over Stu Aerosmith in third.
Yeah.
But Kenny Simpson with the late race charge there gets the job done on Brad Robinson.
Yeah, definitely. Aerosmith, like you mentioned, in third. Enright, so close in fourth. Back to fourth again. He just, what an up and down race. We've got Damien Jones, John McDonald in the Warbird. We've got Mitchy Campbell coming
Home in seventh.
from a disconnection to bloody 7th.
Yeah,
Vaughan
it's a
Martin in
great-
8th. Tinnis Venter, you poor man. Kenny Simpson across the line in front of Brad Robinson at the end of the day. Neville on.
Just holds off. Oh no, that was a lap car. That was the Grove Racing car.
Oh, okay, there you go. Well, whatever. It was spectacular as we just see the remainder
Who's
of the
this?
field. Phil
Who's
Dave.
this? Bear Grylls. Bear Grylls. Who was that with? Okay, he was just rounding up.
Oh, yeah. So it's a few lapped cars here, ladies and gentlemen, as the boys, they move across here so quick. Jordan Moss celebrating in the KFP, the Kentucky Fried Panda car. Very
yeah,
nice.
Finger Ling Ling, good that car.
Very, very nice. Awesome racing as usual, guys. Damn, that ramped up at the end, J-Man.
Didn't it? It's
Wow.
this is a precursor for I think what we've got coming on a Thursday night. Get amongst it, people. I'm pretty sure there's still some room for some registrations, late registrations in there. Get amongst it, because I tell you what, it is going to be an absolute ripper season. So
Good fun stuff.
we'll press on pretty quickly, and we will grab our podium here, and we'll give them some kudos. So first cab off the rank once again, Stu Aerosmith, take a bow.
Cheers, guys.
Brilliant racing.
Yeah,
Obviously,
good work,
a little
mate.
bit of misfortune at the back end to Tinnis Venter. Must have had a bit of a fuel issue or something went on there. Not sure, but nonetheless, that was a spirited battle. You held him off for a fair amount of time, but well done, mate.
Cheers, guys. Yeah, I wonder what happened there, because he not soon got past me and he dived in the pit. So I figured, yeah, fuel. But oh, mate, I don't know if you guys could tell, I was all over the place struggling there. Little contact with Aaron, and I thought me and him were going to be way back. But yeah, after the pit stops, it was holy shit, we're back at the front.
Yeah, look, it all looked planned, mate. You know, if you didn't tell us, we'd just think that was the flamboyant style of Stu Aerosmith, mate. Discoing it out, mate. So nah, hey, look, fantastic race again. I tell you what, that thing ramped up in the back end. Davo was on the edge of his seat there. So,
yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty loose. Yeah, good. Unfortunate for Mitchie there as well, and a couple others. But no, mate, thoroughly enjoyed it. Great shakedown.
Mate, he went from disco, not disco Stu, but disconnect disco to back to T7. So yeah, he had a great race in the end. He'll still have a little bit of red mist, but nonetheless, he's still
good stuff.
Top 10. Good so well done, Stewie. We'll leave you with it, mate, and no doubt be talking to you plenty of times this season by the look of that performance.
Good work tonight. Good work tonight,
cheers, guys.
Nice.
Thanks.
See you, Stuart.
All right. We'll grab this guy down here, mate. He's no stranger to us, and good to see him back on the podium here at Asrnz. It's been a long time between drinks. Is famous Crossy.
G'day, mate. There you go.
Hey, bro. How was that, mate? Epic.
That was crazy. I stopped at my pit stop. I took tires accidentally. Forgot to uncheck it. I was more worried about my fuel. It caught me out. I thought they were 2 20-minute races.
Yep.
So that last one being a 30, I looked up and I thought, oh, geez, there's another 20 minutes to go, but I need more fuel.
Yep.
So I was mucking around with my fuel and forgot to uncheck the tires. So
oh, you did both?
So big stop. Yeah.
Right, you did both and came back for a P2. And
wow, there you go.
You didn't drop the memo to your teammate on the fuel?
No, I'm not sure what happened. He dropped away. He was behind me. He was catching Aerosmith, I think.
Yeah. He passed him and then he made a pit stop.
Oh,
He must have run out of fuel or something.
Yeah, so we'll address that with Mr. Tinnis later in the week. Might have a bit of a yarn to him, but nonetheless, mate, the Rainlight cars were up there on the camera featuring strong tonight in race 2, mate. Well done.
Oh, that was good fun. Yeah, enjoyed that. Cheers. That was awesome.
Awesome.
Crossy, mate.
Yeah.
Great to see you back on the podium here at Asrnz, mate. Enjoy that one, and we'll talk later in the week.
Sounds good. Cheers, guys.
See you, mate.
All right. And
last but not least
is the guy out there, absolutely out there, just cruising the end of that one. Shane, how was that, buddy?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, that was all good. Yeah, just shame about Mitchie. I was looking forward to carrying on the battle, but
did you just deploy a bit of a Bond maneuver and drop something out and?
Normally that happens to me. I don't know what's going on.
You just gave him some of your fantastic bloody internet connection or something going on there. So
yeah, maybe.
Look, it started from the rolling start, mate. You got magic start. Obviously, Mitchie went nowhere, but you had plenty of heat there, and then just checked out, mate. Looked good. I think Tinnis and the boys sort of gave you a little bit of a run at the start, and then you just checked out, mate. So obviously, pretty happy with the Datsun.
Yeah, I made a little tire pressure change there, and it just took a little bit longer to get them up to temp. And I saw, Tinnis's first lap. I was like, oh wow, he's going to be on me soon. So
yeah,
better knuckle down and get on with it.
Yeah, he was on the move.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. He must have taken tires. I thought he would have a bit closer.
Not sure what happened. There was a late unscheduled stop from Mr. Venter. So we'll no doubt find out at some point what happened there. But which he was in a spirited battle with Stewie Aerosmith, and I tell you what, it was going off. It'd be a great watch because those guys were battling hard. But he inevitably got past Stew, and then just had to make a late dive for the pits and never came back out.
Yeah, it must have run out of fuel. I know what that's like.
Yeah. So, but nonetheless, mate, great racing out there tonight, Shano. Looking forward to a pretty strong season from Slambo and the Datsun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I know our round one's not going to be good. I've done a little bit of practice there, and yeah, it's just a bit bouncy in this car. So the rest of it might be all right.
Get the spanners
So-
out, mate. Throw those get rid of that rear anti-roll bar, and you'll be right.
Yeah, do some practice. Yep.
Cheers,
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, Shano. Congrats, mate.
Yeah, nice
Talk soon.
work,
Thanks,
Shane.
mate. Awesome.
All right, just got a little situation here, Dave. I'll let you just do a little bit of formalities. Back in a second.
Yes, awesome stuff, guys. There, as we thank Shane Frodo on his win again in the second race there. J-Man having a run away there, but look, that pretty well wraps up our night. It's been an awesome couple of races. We've had awesome shakedown with a couple of races and a photo shoot thrown in. So yeah, good first hit out here for 2024 for Asrnz's GT3 Series Season 1.
Yeah, what a great showing, round
Mate,
one. Shakedown, Dave.
Yeah, a few new guys sneaking in there as well, just to show some of the old guard that they better be on their toes for 2024, which is awesome stuff. But yeah, good turnout, some nice skins, and yeah, really good shakedown tonight, J-Man. And we're looking forward to Alton Park for round one.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, absolutely going to be just based on what we just saw there. Yeah, a few guys really put their hand up saying, that they're there, they're in contention, but that mid pack as well, as you mentioned. So like Kenny Simpson, Brad Robertson, all those battles that we just saw in the middle there, that's going to be the Pro-Am class is going to be tough contested this year.
Yeah, crazy tough. Yeah, no, as always, the mid pack is where all the action is, J-Man. But you guys are going to have to join us again next week. So you're going to have to you're going to have to subscribe, you're going to have to turn your notifications on, and you're going to have to join us next Thursday night for first round at Alton Park, J-Man. Thank you again, my friend.
Yeah, cheers, Davo. Absolutely had a blast, mate.
Yeah, it's been awesome, come back and join us again next week. Thank you very much, everyone. See you again.
See ya.